So the most critical function that we'll use Take Up Slack for is requesting flights and requesting launches. This is equivalent to filling out the tow ticket and moving the glider onto the line. It is the expectation that the flight be requested before the glider moves on the line and that the pilot's in a position they're ready to go. They're ready for Take Up Slack and all out. So it's worth highlighting also that flight requests can be made for the individual using the app, or they can be made on behalf of another pilot where necessary. If that pilot doesn't have a data connection on their smartphone, doesn't use a smartphone at all, or might be busy in prepping the glider, and it would be helpful to help them out, one less thing to do before they launch. So in the app, the first item here is request flight, so we're just going to tap on that. It's going to take a second just to load my credentials. And in this example, the solo flight in Sierra Oscar to 2,000 feet. So I'm the user in context, I'm flying alone. I'm going to select the glider that I'm looking to fly, which in this case is Sierra Oscar. And I want to do that to 2,000 feet. So that's the particulars of my flight. I'm going to place that on the flight line. The app will prompt just to confirm that I'm requesting that flight to 2,000 feet. I'm going to hit OK. We're going to go through a few of these flight requests just to kind of build a line at the gliding club here. So our second example will be an instructional flight for Alexander Schleicher with Chuck Yeager in PKZ, and they'll be going to 2,000 feet as well. So in this case, Alexander Schleicher is our student, and we're going to go on an instructor flight, and we'll be instructing with Chuck Yeager. The pilot in command is the instructor in this case, Chuck Yeager, and they'll be doing this flight we've said in the Edmonton Soaring Club Purcos, which is quite an illustrious crew there. This flight going to 2,000 feet. So in this case, I've prepared a flight for Alexander Schleicher with their instructor in the glider of choice to the altitude of choice. So if neither of those individuals had their smartphone available or no data connection, this can be done as long as someone has a data connection. So let's confirm this flight, and that looks good, and we'll put it on the flight line. Our last example, we are going to have a shared member flight. So in this case, we're going to have Carol Mulder will be the P1, and we're flying with another member, and we're going to choose Christopher Goff. In this case, it looks like Carol is P1, so we wouldn't change the pilot in command selection. And they are going to split this cost, so the cost associated with the flight will be shared 50-50. It looks like they're going to be flying in the Grobe 103, and they're taking this launch to 3,000 feet. So place that on the flight line and also get this confirmation. Just to review the flight request screen, it will automatically populate with the user in context, but it can be any active user at the soaring site can be selected here. This is why it's so important to create an account even if you don't intend to use the solution at the site. The different types of flights will generate different parameters that need to be filled out. You'll select the glider and you'll select the anticipated tow height and place it on the flight line.